your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. Throughout our Tuesday, it's the nicest day of our work week, the nicest conditions we are going to be seeing over the next few days here, because as we track into tomorrow, active weather is in our future, but we are staying dry throughout our night with clearing skies for an overall clear night ahead, which is allowing for these temperatures to stay rather mild for this time of year. 41 still in Paris, 36 in Champaign, also in Danville. 38 is the warm spot right now down south in Effingham, with another warm day in store for your Wednesday. But like I said, active weather. But just how much are we talking about? All that answer coming up as WCIA 3 News starts
now on WCIA 3 News.
Today marks 1 year in office for Governor J.B. Pritzker. The promises he has and hasn't followed through on. Plus, a baby was left with permanent brain damage. Tonight, hear his mother's reaction to his abuser's prison sentence. And later, your computer could be at risk of being hacked. What you need to update to prevent those hackers from gaining access.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 9 on X49.
No, I don't support a bailout of ComEd.
Governor Pritzker charted his course for his second year in office and says he won't cave to demands from major energy companies. Good evening, I'm Jessica Coons. This is the governor's first anniversary after his inauguration 1 year ago today. WCIA 3's Capitol Bureau Chief Mark Maxwell is live in our Capitol newsroom tonight. Mark, the governor made some big promises to improve the environment in his speech last year.
Jessica, good evening. Before I sat down with the governor to look back on this first year in office, I went back to his inaugural address to try to see which of those big promises he made and kept, and which of them are still left undone. And perhaps the biggest one on that list, the things that he still has left to do, are drastically improve the economy and expand renewable, or the environment rather, and expand renewable energy in Illinois. There's at least one good reason for that, a big obstacle or hurdle that came up in the last year, a cloud of corruption that still swirls around the state's leading utility companies, ComEd and Exelon. They're both subjects of a class action lawsuit now from investors who allege they hid the scope of the FBI's investigation into their unlawful lobbying practices. The governor applauded that investigation and told me he wants to see it come to an end.
I hope those people are being weeded out even now. But what I can tell you is that we'll provide leadership here to make sure that we've got the right kind of energy legislation. And I have proven that lobbyists don't dictate what I do, what my agenda is.
House Speaker Michael Madigan's close friend and longtime confidant Mike McLean, guess what he did for a living? He was a lobbyist for ComEd. He's at the center of this ongoing investigation. So, too, are many of Madigan's former political operatives who worked on his campaigns. They got a job lobbying for ComEd. Many of them have since been fired or removed as registered lobbyists. The last time Springfield delivered what you might consider a bailout to ComEd and Exelon, that was in 2016 under former Governor Bruce Rauner. Governor Pritzker says he won't do that again, even though those companies are making similar requests and posturing similar again this time around. Pritzker also acknowledged the need to beef up the Illinois EPA from the low staffing levels that have been slashed over the last several decades. Jessica?
All right, Mark Maxwell live in Springfield tonight. Mark, thank you. Other news tonight, a plant in Coles County is closing, leaving more than 700 people without jobs. LSC Communications, which used to be R.R. Donnelly, announced it will be closing the plant in Mattoon by July. The company prints magazines for publications like Martha Stewart Living and Better Homes and Gardens. The director for the Chamber of Commerce says they were still actively trying to hire before this announcement. They had about 100 openings. Organizations like Coles Together are now working to help people find other jobs.
It will have a big impact. Just last year, 2018, LSC celebrated 50 years in our community. So that's 50 years of economic activity that they've generated, and that will leave a hole. But we are a growing community. As I mentioned, many of our employers are hiring.
That group is also working with city officials in Mattoon and Charleston, chamber executives, and Lakeland College during this transition. Firefighters in Danville were called to a fire under a bridge this afternoon. It happened under Memorial Bridge at the intersection of Gilbert Road and Main Street. It was caused by a propane tank. Neighbors say a homeless man has lived underneath that bridge for years and uses the tank to keep warm. He was arrested. IDOT has cleared the bridge to reopen. We have a follow-up to a story we brought you last night. The mother of a baby who was shaken and thrown by his babysitter 2 years ago says she's still coming to terms with what happened in court. Michelle Reed of Tolono told police in 2017 that she shook and threw Laylan Duncan because she was frustrated with the then 6-month-old. She pleaded guilty to aggravated battery and was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison with credit for time served. But Laylan's mother says that's not a just punishment because Laylan will have to live with his injuries for the rest of his life.
He cannot walk, he cannot talk, he can't feed himself, he's still incontinent. He had a stroke, so the right side of his body doesn't work, and he can't play with his right hand or his right arm. And he basically will probably be dependent on us forever.
Reed pleaded guilty using what's called an Alford plea. That means she acknowledged there was enough evidence to convict her, but she is not admitting guilt. The Illinois Supreme Court may make a decision that could change the way police interact with drivers they think are high. The case argues that since pot is decriminalized, the smell of it in a car should not warrant probable cause for a search. This case started long before recreational marijuana was legalized in Illinois. But now the court has the power to interpret the current law and decide if odor on its own warrants probable cause. Sangamon County Sheriff is concerned this could hurt law enforcement in their fight to deter people from driving high.
That technique of smelling that cannabis is going to be one way we can further that investigation of impaired drivers. So yes, on occasion they will find something else in that car if they search it. But how about this? Don't carry something that's illegal, and you don't need to worry about that.
There's no telling when a decision will be handed down. Crews in Vermilion County are working to repair a damaged road. Take a look at this. Hawbuck Road in McHenry Township leading to Danville is blocked off because of that. The McHenry Highway Commissioner says that was caused by a tree that fell onto the road during heavy rainfall over the weekend. He says it eroded the street, but he expects it to be repaired in about 2 days. New at 9, towns across central Illinois are getting money to make infrastructure improvements, specifically dealing with water. They each got $500,000 for water main replacements and other improvements. The money comes from a grant through the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. Places that received money are in Ashmore, Elliott, Illiopolis, Mount Auburn, Neoga, and Niantic. The city of Rantoul broke ground on its $20 million sports complex today. The project means more money for schools is on the way. It's expected to generate between $1 and $4 million for a single weekend event. A 1% sales tax is going to Champaign County schools.
Not just the money that's coming in, but the people that will bring into town, the people that can come into the town and see what we all know, that Rantoul is a great place to be. That's what we're really excited about.
The future complex will be in a field near I-57. The land is being sold to the city for almost $900,000. The state is pitching in $500,000 to start. The city hopes to open it by next spring. Iran has made arrests in a deadly plane crash. Why they say the U.S. is partially to blame for what happened. Plus, a plane dumped thousands of gallons of jet fuel from the sky. More on this frightening scene in Los Angeles.
And it's weather quiz question time. Today's question of the day is, what causes thunder? A, precipitation, B, clouds, C, lightning, or D, velocity? We'll see if Jessica can answer this question right after this.